Michael, you admitted on Saturday that you're probably pretty much safe now, and you were very keen that the motivation stayed the same amongst the players. Has it been the same in training this week?
Well, obviously there was a reserve team game on Tuesday, so it was a strong team, but went out and delivered a very good performance. So I think if you look at the mentality of the group, when I first came in, we played a very strong team down at Bristol Rovers against their youth team and got beat 1-0. So I think it shows the mentality of the group has got better. The training's been good this week, Monday, Tuesday, so bring them all back together again today and hopefully kick on again. So I could be wrong, we might not win another game this season, but I don't envisage that it will be through players down in tools.
And you mentioned that reserve game. Is there now an opportunity for the likes of George Lloyd? I mean, obviously you've said you won't give out appearances like confetti, but can there be an extra incentive for them to almost try that a little bit harder to impress than what they were obviously doing in the first place?
You'd like to think they wouldn't be trying a little bit harder to impress. You'd think Lloyd, and he does, to be fair to him, for example, he does go about his business the right way. So it's a good two centre forwards have played in the reserve team against a young team, but you can only beat what's in front of you, and they both scored hat tricks. So clean sheet. So there's lots of good things. So you need to be respectful to the league, and it's football league appearances are hard to come by, so you need to earn them. So we won't just be handing them out left, right, and centre, but we do need to see different people at different times. So there's a good chance that we will see a Lloydie before the end of the season, but he needs to keep doing what he's doing, and we need to just almost like measure where he's at. He's been away, how much has he learned playing in men's football? So it's a balance of the two.
And that sort of scenario, presumably there'd be others who'd be under consideration. Is that process then of start thinking about contracts for next season, is that something that will evolve over the coming weeks rather than sort of has started already?
Well, it's already started, but you need to... Other things that go on that like people don't see, you need to find out what the budget is next year, and you need to know who's out there, what's out there. Are they better than what we've got? Are they not better than what they've got? Will they still be there in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month? So it's evolving all the time. It's difficult to say, right, we'll take him and we'll let go of him because we'll get him. It's not always that simple. So a lot of it comes down to what the budget is ultimately. So that's something that we're talking about and is being talked about more and more.
I suppose it's that classic football manager scenario of being a juggler, isn't it? Because even things like the transfer window, you've still got to concentrate on the team, but also what you want to do with the team in the future.
Yeah, we're constantly trying to improve on and off the pitch. So, and that's been the case since day dot. Since I've been here, every day in the training session, you're trying to improve the players. Whilst that's going on, you're trying to improve the infrastructure of the club. And whilst that's going on, you're trying to win a game on a Saturday. So, like you said, constantly evolving, trying to improve. So the conversations, I've not had conversations with players yet as regards to here's a contract, we'll offer you this. And the other thing that people got to remember is just because you offer a player a contract doesn't mean he's going to sign it. Just make no mistake, you offer a player a contract, you guarantee his agents ringing every club in the Football League trying to get it bettered. So that's what I mean. It's not always a case of, well, we'll offer you a contract, you'll sign that, that's that done. It doesn't always work that way either. So we will be having conversations with people in the upcoming weeks to try and plan out as much of pre-season, next season as we can.
You were a player for a long time. Does a player's mentality alter if a club finishes, say, 17th, or if you could climb a few more places, 12th, 13th maybe?
I don't know, to be honest. I think if we can improve our position, it shows the work that's been put in and that the hard work has paid off. I'd say you go into the next season, hopefully keeping as many as you can or you want, and you can reflect back to, look, that's how hard we worked and we got to there because of this. If I'm brutally honest, 16th or 17th makes no odds to me, really, in the bigger picture. Yes, I'd like to finish 16th rather than 17th, for example, but don't really want to be knocking around in the late teens or the 20s in the league. So, but the start that we had, that's where we're at. So, does it affect the players? You just want the players to finish strongly. You want the players to have a mentality of just win, no matter what game it is, whether it's a training session, just win, because that's the business that we're in.
And you were stranded in 17th for quite a while, sort of very isolated with big gaps both sides of you. Now mathematically win this weekend, results elsewhere go your way, you could climb the table again. How big an incentive is that?
There's always the incentive. Like I said, just win. Don't worry about other people and other positions. I think Grimsby and Oldham play each other actually this weekend, so if we do win, we're guaranteed to go above one of them. But it's just keep winning, because the more you win, the higher you'll go. It's logic. So it's trying to create that mentality and that environment that win.
Obviously, you've got a full complement of strikers this weekend. Billy Walters available, having been unable to play against his parent club. How big a decision is it of whether or not to break up the old guard after they both started and both scored last weekend?
Yeah, and they add to that the two lads that scored hat-tricks in the week. So it's a difficult decision, but it's a good decision. I think early in the season it was pretty much Reg and Tyrone every week. Now Billy's come in, done well. They all offer you something completely different, which is good. It's difficult as well, but I'd rather have that decision than not have anybody to choose from. So all they can keep doing is doing what they're doing. Like you said, it's like Billy come out of the team not through his own doing, but Tyrone took the opportunity, and like I said, I thought he was unplayable on Saturday, and it didn't matter who was playing against him, he would have beat anybody in the air, and he deserved I think his goal epitomised his day really. I think he's put the ball and about three of their defenders in the net, because he was only going to be one winner. So, and they know each other as well, because Reg has a different role when he plays off Tyrone. He plays rather than being the more of the focal point when he's with Billy, for example. So it's good problems to have.
And Crewe, they've gone and won back-to-back, having not won in the previous 5. It does show what a mad division it is, and to score 6 last weekend, or against 10 men, but to then back that up against Mansfield, it does show there'll be a serious test.
They're a good team at home, so logically they should win, because we're not very good away from home and they're very good at home. So football isn't logical, as we know, but I think they've improved massively since it was my first game actually. Crewe. They've taken 28 points in 16 games since Boxing Day, so that's promotion form. So they're a good team. So we need to be fully aware of that. They've probably improved as we have during the season.
Yeah, Jordan Forster obviously played 80 minutes for the reserves midweek. How's he come through?
Yeah, everyone came through the reserve team game fine. So everyone that played was fine. The only injury doubt we've got is Broomy. Obviously came off with a hamstring. So we'll wait and see. With muscle injuries like that, it's still early, because there's still 2 days to go before the game.